everybody. JT and hideelee here, finally doing our August 2022 recent purchases video.
Not so recent. Well,
it's still recent because some of these things we still haven't listened to yet. So yeah. It had kind of a stressful afternoon. So what better way to relieve some stress than to talk about new records that we've gotten in the past month or so. And just want to take a second, especially during these recent purchase videos, to shout out to all the super nice people out there that we've gotten to know over the past few months that we've been doing these videos. Again, I keep saying we need to start making these more regularly, and then life just happens, and you know, it's just how it is. But hopefully you see these videos and enjoy them, whether they're long or short. We tend to be on the long side because we do like to talk about music. That's what we do. So again, that's just the beauty of the vinyl community. There's something out there for everyone. So you had some things you wanted to
I just wanted to point out, I discovered a channel a couple of weeks ago. He's been around for a while, I guess. He's called Harry's Music Room. He's pretty interesting. I wanted to say hello to CGC Vinyl Guy, who we've been following for a while. A couple Saturdays ago, he had a live stream, and it ended up just being him and I enjoyed talking to him. So hello to him, and belated happy birthday. And also we gotta say hello to our good friend, That Old Goat. We sent him some VCLT. I kind of like saying that. It feels like some kind of hippie love thing, but we sent him some free records, and he appreciated them, enjoyed them, and gave us a lot of good compliments on his channel recently.
Very kind.
And he's just a really nice guy. He reminds me a lot of a very beloved neighbor of mine back home in Jersey, Mr. Kerr. I mean, he looks like goddamn Willie Nelson. At first you'd be like, whoa, hey, but he's like Mr. Kerr.
Sweetest person.
Yeah, like Mr. Kerr. He's the biggest, seems like the biggest sweetheart you could ever meet.
Yeah.
And say hello to him. We're looking forward to attending the Bay City Record Show on October 1st, and hope to see Oliver.
Wow.
He actually kind of made the angle better.
No, I don't know about that. Sorry about that. I might even just leave that in because it was just so exciting to see if people are paying attention, right?
Yes. Well, Steve has Kat. We got Oliver.
Yeah, I guess he wanted to say hi to Kat.
Yes. What was I saying? Oh, we're looking forward to attending the Bay City Record Show October 1st, and looking forward to seeing friends, meeting some new ones who we've kind of know here on this vinyl community. Should be cool if we get to meet Steve. I'm sure we'll know when he's in the room because he's so popular. I'm sure the crowd will part, and he'll come in wearing flowing white robes and a glass of white wine. Yes, plebes, hello. Yeah, he seems like a good fella. He should be fun to meet. I don't know what I'm going to be looking for. One thing people, we don't do Q&As much. When we tried, people never really asked much. But I don't really have grails.
Yeah.
I have like 2.
I'll know it when I see it. That's how I feel. I'm not really looking for anything. I think I'll just, if I see something cool and it's priced in my price range, I'll pick it up.
Like I say, I'm at the point in my collecting where I just go to the letter A and start from there. And if anything jumps out at me or reminds me, hey, I wanted that, I'll grab it. I don't really have any holy grails. I mean, 2 grails I'm probably never ever going to get because they're incredibly expensive. And that's an original Fontana UK high number single that The Who made before it. And if I ever find, I'll never find one, a stock copy of the withdrawn Young Man Blues single by The Who, taken from Live at Leeds. It came out as a promo with a sleeve. It was withdrawn immediately. People thought stock copies never exist till some turned up a few years ago, but those are like $3,000.
Wow.
I don't really have many grails.
You'll find it in someone's garage and they're just like, 50 cents.
Ruru has done that.
Well, of course, that's what happens. But it's those stories that get you all excited and everything.
Yeah, like I asked on the Rachel's Ghost stream a couple Saturdays ago, I said, do you find it hard to be friends with other record collectors? It doesn't even matter if you're record collectors. If someone's a best friend, they're a best friend. Because I've met, even Ruru says, I hate record collectors. I'm like, you are a record collector.
Oh my gosh.
But there's all different types. It's a community. There's going to be all types of people. There's going to be nice guys, jerk-offs, douchebags, assholes, wonderful people. It's a community. You got to deal with it. So let's get on to our new purchases. Heidi, would you like to start?
I will.
This is Heidi.
Yes.
Heidi is a new record collector.
Well, yeah. I think along the lines of just music collecting, I think that's what we've said that we've done.
Yeah.
If you've just fast forwarded to this point when we start showing records instead of listening to our blather, I guess, then welcome to this part of the show. I recently stumbled upon a little auction site called Whatnot. I don't know how familiar, if you guys have heard of Whatnot, if you love it, if you hate it. Some people know it and hate it. Some people know it and love it. Some people don't know it. It's out there. You can download the app easily and discover this whole other vinyl community type that's going on out there. I don't think
it's a whole new market.
Yeah, I don't recognize anybody from the videos that we watch that's out there doing it because none of us are selling our collections. But anyway, long story short, discovered a seller who sells brand new vinyl for probably half or less of the price the sticker price that it goes for. Brand new vinyl. I know a lot of you don't collect brand new vinyl because you want the original pressings. Totally understand it. But for me, these were huge bargains. I mean, some of the CDs aren't even that cheap. So it was quite an addiction for me the first couple of weeks that I discovered it. John always saw me on there whenever they had a live stream. Basically what happens is they put up a record and you get 30 seconds to bid on it. They started at a certain amount, and if you have the highest bid, then you win the record. You pay shipping, blah, blah, blah. It gets sent to you. But this particular seller, they're called VC, V as in Victor, VC Vinyl. The streams are kind of dry for me right now because I've seen probably everything they have in their inventory, and I've probably purchased anything I was mildly interested in because the prices were so good. So I have quite a lot here, and that's just a little bit of a disclaimer because I never do this. I am not a spend kind of a person. I'm pretty conservative with my money usually. And I went crazy.
Well, at least, like I said in our Get to Know Us video, about you bought stuff you're always going to get enjoyment out of. It's not wasted.
Right.
Sometimes
I had a little bit of buyer's remorse because I felt bad. I'm like, this is a lot of money when I looked at everything that I spent, but I look at all the stuff I got.
Right, and like I said, we're always going to enjoy it. It's not wasted. We haven't wasted our money on like bottles of wine or stupid shit.
Some people would say that's not a waste.
Oakley sunglasses.
Some people would say that's not a waste, though. It's all perspective. Yeah. But anyway, disclaimer, I don't usually do this, but I did it. And I bought a crap ton of vinyl from VC Vinyl. I did buy from a couple other sellers recently. Some sellers, the majority of the sellers on there, just like you and I, they sell used records. There's a lot to be... excuse me. There's a lot to be found out there for used records, and it's a good source, I think, if, I think I saw the In Groove on there at some point. Toad Hall, the record store in my hometown of Rockford, Illinois, does the streams on there. I'm sure it might, we've sold records on there since starting. Mm-hmm. We have a really massive collection of classic country records that
massive to us.
Well, it's a big collection. I think
Some
we
cool
purchased
stuff.
A while back that we've been selling on there, doing streams on and off. We made close to $200, so it's another option. If you want to try something that isn't eBay, try Whatnot and let me know if you want to try it, because we'll both get like a $10 credit. So that's
cool.
Just a little plug there. Anyway, this is the first thing that I saw that I bought on Whatnot and from VC Vinyl. This is Paul McCartney's 2018 album called Egypt Station. And it does have that really annoying song that he did called Fuh You. But there's a lot of other really good songs on this album. I mean, it's Paul McCartney. It's not a bad album. It's cool. It said it was like a concertina.
Oh yeah.
2 LP set.
You made it sound like one of those greeting cards.
It's a squeeze box, right? So there's a 2 LP set, not colored vinyl or anything like that, but I mean, 4 sides, I listened to it the other day. It's super pleasant. I can't wait to delve into it more. It did also come with a download code. So brand new, Egypt Station, Paul McCartney. My first purchase on Whatnot BC vinyl.
My turn?
Yep.
This one, you know, guys know I collect 7-inch singles. I've had this on my want list for a while. Out of curiosity, because I dig old 60s cartoons. Saw a copy on eBay, put it on my watch list, and I said, that's kind of pricey. Maybe one day it'll go down. And not soon after, the seller sent me an offer, and it was still kind of high for what I like to pay for singles. This is something I really, really want. Now, it was, you know, the offers last like 45 hours or whatever they said it. And I was like, you know what? I got some extra money. When am I going to see this again? So this is kind of neat. It's on Hanna-Barbera Records. This is the theme from Johnny Quest by Shorty Rogers and his Giants. Back with Vacation, promo label, original Hanna-Barbera sleeve. Slightly disappointed in it because it's not exactly like the theme you hear on the cartoons, but it's still cool and a cool item to have. I'll probably play it on the show, our radio show, once. But I just find it fascinating that Hanna-Barbera had a record label, and there's all these cool cartoon-related records on there. But I believe this is from about 1964 or 5. Shorty Rogers and his Giants.
Stepping outside my usual purchase, I guess.
Step off camera just for a second. My nose is itchy.
That's okay. Stepping outside my usual genre purchases. This is a Diana Krall, Quiet Nights. I haven't opened it yet. I do enjoy like a nice, you know, lounge singer type lady. I mean, she sings a lot of traditional songs and some, you know, original compositions too. I had a CD by her probably from the early 2000s, but this is Quiet Nights. She does I've Grown Accustomed to His Face. Instead of the girl from Ipanema, she does the boy from Ipanema. It's a 2 LP set. Haven't listened to it yet.
She's
married to Elvis Costello.
Right. Next up, as you heard me mention here on this stream, I'm a big fan of 45cat.com. I log my collection up there, see what my friends are collecting, and I always search it all the time. And I recently realized, or finally did it, to search by composer. So, being huge Kinks fans, I typed in Ray Davis or Davis, and I discovered some singles, cover versions of Kinks songs that I wasn't aware of, rather some unusual ones, and I recently scored one cheap. This is on Doorknob Records.
You can get it right up there.
Doorknob Records out of Nashville, and it's a country artist called Douglas covering Have Another Drink from the soap opera album.
That's so weird.
He changes the lyrics. Instead of saying, "Are you on the brink of suicide?" I forgot what he sings, but he changes it so it's not as morbid, I guess.
That's weird.
But Doorknob
What
Records.
year?
This is actually from 1980, so
Wow.
this is like 5 years.
That's funny.
4 years after the soap opera. So, and I got this in the mail too late for me to play on when I was filling in on Head for the Hills on our station. But interesting, odd record.
This one I had seen run on the streams on Whatnot more than once, and nobody was buying it, but I'm like, sure, why not? I haven't opened it yet, but it's the soundtrack to season 1 of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on a limited edition colored vinyl. And it's a 2 LP set, and a lot of, 50s classics, Ella Fitzgerald, Julie London, Nat King Cole Trio, Frank Sinatra. I like that era of music too, so I just thought this was a fun pickup. We've seen the show a couple of times. We got to actually kind of get back to watching it. I saw that they released like a special edition of Pyrex to go along with the show from like the 50s and 60s. So I don't know. I like this era. So I thought it'd be a fun pickup. Again, I never do this, but for the price, I got this $10. Most of these were $10. And John's like, what'd they do? Fall off a truck? I don't know how they get it. But it's an actual business. They sell this stuff all the time. So Anyway, I'm giving it a try.
Next up, I learned of this one through my friend Ruru, who has a online show on Top Shelf Oldies. Plus, she's a major 45 collector.
Rich.
Rich. Not a rare record, but a very cool record. This is Dion and the Belmonts, and I believe the song is called "I Can't Go On, Rosalie," written by Fats Domino, Dave Bartholomew. So I assume Fats did it first. This is a really fun, slightly crazy 50s rock and roll record. Rich described it as Western swing put through a pasta strainer. It has crazy vocalizations. It's a really cool upbeat song. It's not rare. I paid $4 for it at a local store. I keep forgetting to air this on our show, so I gotta do it next time. If you dig wild, crazy 50s vocal stuff, get a copy of this. B-side is kind of a normal bland song called No One Knows. But I don't remember ever seeing this Lori label. So this is like this is late 50s or so. Stop it, Oliver.